So Saturday afternoon, I am going over some remote buys that I just got. I'm having my followers now send me stuff and I'm paying them via Venmo. If you want to sell stuff to me, just DM me on Instagram or on TikTok. We can make an arrangement. I'm making an arrangement. But I've acquired some super cool stuff and I want to show it to you guys in this episode of Between the Pawn. I've talked about cameo pieces before. Cameo pieces are antique pieces of jewelry. These ones are more modern pieces. They started in the 1800s. They remain popular through the mid 20th century. They feature a prominent face standing out against a backdrop, thus the term cameo. They could be pins, rings, earrings, anything really. I've been antique shopping and I picked these up in an antique shop, but then check this out. Holy hell. These aren't even gold filled. Usually the antique ones are. This one is 14 karat gold. This is the nicest cameo I have ever seen by far, by far, by far. I was buying bullion from another one of my dealers and he goes, check this out. And he had it. He sold it to me for $1,000, which I thought was a steal. This is probably worth about 5 grand. The only thing is, who's gonna pay 5 grand for this? I'm gonna probably sit on this for a while. This was too beautiful of a piece for me to pass up. I had to, number one, show it to you guys. I just wanted to show it on film. And number two, I do think I'll be able to sell this for at least $2,000. So I bet I'll make $1,000 on this. But yeah, if you're ever at a garage sale and you see cameo pins, I would scoop them up, or any kind of cameo jewelry. It always does sell pretty well. I do very well on them. This is hand-carved seashell. I can't imagine how long this took an artist to make. This is probably from about 1900. I paid $700 for all this stuff. Thank you, Metal Man from Michigan. Some of it I'm gonna melt down, but some of it I'm gonna be selling on eBay, and it's so helpful right now for my inventory to have this stuff. Yeah. And then this is all stuff somebody else sent me, and I actually totally forgot that I told the guy he could send this stuff to me. I just got this package. I was like, oh crap, look at all this stuff. So he's got 58 ounces of... Are you having fun? Oh, there's that ring, you little stinker. This is probably the most expensive thing he sent me. I think this is amethyst. So he sent me these notes. I'm gonna be paying him 24 bucks for this stuff. If only this was in better shape. This would be worth 100 bucks if this was crisp, but it's not. I can tell it's heavily circulated. These forks I gotta test, they're not marked. And then he sent me a $50, a piece dollar, and 2 Morgans, but they're 1921, which is like the worst date. And then he sent me some gold-filled stuff, some scrap, which I'm gonna probably not melt down. Okay, so these ones, I don't know if they're silver, so let's find out. I take that back, it is not silver. See, that's why you gotta leave the mark sit for a while, because although it might initially turn red, it may not stay that way. This piece is stamped 750, but it sure doesn't look like it's gold. So let me test it and find out. All right, so let's go ahead and make a little mark. I'll be damned, that's gold. God, I wouldn't have guessed. All right, I just got done. I'm paying this guy $1,900 for everything. He had 58 ounces of silver and paying him 26 an ounce. The coins were not great. He had 1 BU Morgan, but it's a 21, otherwise these are kind of crappy. This is an 18 karat pin. I'm giving him 95 for this. It's 3.4 pennyweight. These are gold filled. I had to kind of guess. I'm just gonna give him 35 bucks on this stuff. Those are not sterling, they're plated, so they're worthless, like $1. This stuff here, he had 6.3 ounces of sterling scrap. I'm paying him 125. The notes are not in great condition. I'm only paying him 30. So all told, it is $1,900. I'll show you some of the stuff I bought yesterday. I spent about $6,000. And this is just a tiny fraction. All this stuff is brand new with tags. So the prices that you see here, I paid half. So 129 divided by 2. And like, this is way over melt, but this stuff is nice. It's new with tags. Somebody was doing me a favor selling it to me at a good price. I have way too much money invested in this stuff and I need to move it. And what's the best way to sell stuff? TikTok. Pawn Man coming at y'all with a seller showcase. Fucking Price is Right. I have this blue topaz drop pendant, or this diamond white sapphire necklace. Both of these are brand new. They're $100 shipped. Free shipping on all orders, DM to purchase. Like and follow Pawn Man for the best jewelry on TikTok. All right, well, as I'm waiting for orders to come flying in, as I'm sure they're about to, I'm gonna show you guys my Pokemon card collection. So out of all the shit that my parents bought me when I was a kid, they actually bought me something that's gonna really serve me well in life. These Pokemon cards, we've been in contact with Heritage Auctions, and they said this is one of the most incredible Pokemon card collections they've ever heard of. I bought mainly Japanese cards. I did not play the game, I just collected the cards, and because I was a spoiled only child, I got all the best cards. And during COVID, Pokemon cards shot way up. The estimate they gave me is as high as $50,000, maybe even more for my Pokemon card collection. I bet my parents put about $5,000 into it, so it's increased upwards of tenfold. Okay, this is part 1. This one might be my most expensive one, this first edition Blastoise. This one might be a close second. kind of hard to believe this is the last time I'm ever gonna see these cards, and I am sad to see them go. I would look at them a lot, and I have a lot of nostalgia for them. I mean, these made me so happy as a kid. When I was a kid, like I would look at them all the time. Not play, just look. Glad I didn't play with them. Here's part 2. This is worth hundreds of dollars. These are my Team Rocket cards. Some holographs up here. And the non-holographs down here. I really like the art on the Team Rocket cards. These 2 are some of my favorites. This is one of my most expensive ones, and y'all will probably recognize that from terrible things I've done. Long story short, I swindled a kid out of this card when I was about 10. Now it's worth about $500. I wouldn't say I swindled him. Yeah, okay, I talked him into a bad trade. I swindled him. These are non-holographic first editions. And then these are some rare trainer cards. This one was banned because Sabrina's giving the middle finger. This one's banned because, well, you can see Misty's boobs. And then I have several stacks, all Japanese cards, different trainers, normal ones. I'm sending in well over 1,000 cards, so be sure to check back on my channel. I'll post a video about how much I end up getting at auction. But like I said, it's going to be a lot of money. I'm very excited to see what I get. All right, so now it's middle of the day. I got all my Pokemon cards packed away, ready to get shipped out. I'm gonna go to FedEx in a little bit, but I'm gonna go live now on TikTok and see if I can sell some stuff. Look at that fella right there. Ha, fella. Favorite band or music? I mean, I'm always listening to hip hop. I also really like Daft Punk, and I'm really bummed that Daft Punk broke up. Bad taste, he has the worst taste. Well, that's the thing about taste, is it's subjective, and as you all say that I have bad taste, perhaps it's you that has bad taste. Perhaps it's you that isn't cultured. Ever think about, where's my head? Ever think about that? There's a huge sale going on at an antique mall, and I still need more inventory. I need more stuff for mystery boxes. I need to buy some coins. So I'm gonna be going out there and looking for some finds. I'm not gonna bring my camera in, and the reason being is I'm trying to buy this stuff as cheaply as possible, and if people see that I'm making a YouTube show, it's gonna be really hard for me to haggle. Because I mean, people are gonna infer that the show is about haggling. They're not gonna wanna give me a better deal. And on top of that, there's a lot of places that don't like cameras in there. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work, but let's get going. Somebody in my YouTube comment section was like, this guy is not funny and he's trying so hard and he's just not funny. Well, now you sound like my father. In the caddy. In the caddy. I was here about 2 weeks ago and they had quite a coin collection and it's all 20% off, so I'm gonna see if I can buy all of it. $1,000 later, let's go home. Oh shit, I spent way more than I was intending, but my mystery boxes are gonna be amazing for like the next month. I've noticed when I go into antique stores, I get this look of like, are you lost? I walked in, I got like kind of a cold look, and then by the time I'm walking out, they were like kind of worshiping me because everybody else was spending like $10 and I'm dropping 1,000. And all the old people in there are looking at me. What is he up to? I don't like that young person buying all the antiques. I think he's up to tomfoolery. Okay, I'm back home now. Let me show you guys everything that I got. First off, I got these old advertisements for cars. I get people asking me about car stuff a lot, and I never have car stuff. I like this German couple from the 50s. Yeah, Helga, you remember the last decade? Nein, I don't flitz, do you? Nein, I don't remember anything either. I just remember that nothing bad happened. Nothing, right? Right, yeah. So you know what I used to do with this rifle? And I did overspend on these. These were not discounted, and I didn't know that until I got to checkout, but they're cool. They're like old military patches and an old pair of pilot's wings from the military. And I got a bunch of signed baseballs. I got a Civil War musket hammer. And then I got a bunch, this is where I really spent money. Some cameo pieces and a bunch of pieces of Navajo sterling silver jewelry. The lady in the antique shop was like, are they that mispriced? And I'm like, no, for Minnesota, the prices are fair. But the thing is, I do my business online and somebody in California is gonna pay $100 a ring. I should almost be careful giving out ideas because every single person I tell about mystery boxes to, they're like, that's brilliant. So I guess I will make a TikTok now about mystery boxes so that hopefully, God, if I could sell 5 $200 mystery boxes today, I'd be happy. Pawn Man, building the best mystery boxes on the internet. What a crazy couple weeks it's been. So when I last saw you guys, well, I posted an episode last week that was filmed like 4 or 5 months ago. But when I last saw you guys, I had just quit, and that was my big announcement, was I was going into business for myself, but I didn't really have much else formulated. And in the weeks since I've recorded that, I've done like everything. I'm like actually kind of amazed at how much I was able to get done in a short amount of time. I mean, like, I've just been working non-stop for the past like 2 weeks. And here's the best part about it. Under the old arrangement, I was gonna put $25,000 down and I was gonna owe another $225,000. It was a $250,000 deal. I have set up my own shop, got my own name, all that stuff. Everything is squared away, ready for me to go into business, and I've spent about $16,000. That's it. I'm just really excited to be going into business for myself, and I know that my direction is going to be very, very profitable. What's really amazing is not only have I got all this done in such a short amount of time and I've grossly reduced my operating costs, but I didn't even need to open up my own store. I discovered I could actually make more money than I was making before just doing Pawn Man via TikTok, just combing estate sales and antique stores, buying antiques and flipping them. I mean, you guys saw some of the stuff I bought. I was going through these antique stores and these estate sales and I was spending like $1,000 at a time, but I have a built-in audience and I can sell this stuff to them. They'll buy it. Things like autographed baseballs or military patches. Weird limited edition stuff that I see, like these Cadillac golf balls or like old vintage stuff. But I want the storefront for 2 reasons. Number one, I miss out on my opportunity to buy scrap gold. I have been buying scrap from followers. I've been making a couple of videos about it. In fact, if you at home have scrap you want to sell, just DM me. But number one, I need the scrap walk-in. Number two, the YouTube show can't continue without the storefront. It just can't. I could do something where I bring a camera with me to like estate sales and stuff, but like I said, when I was gonna go to the antique mall, most places like that don't like cameras in, and I'm not gonna get a very good deal if people see that I have an entire show about getting a good deal. I have hit the point where I've basically done everything. Like, there's kind of nothing else for me to do, and now I'm just kind of sitting here twiddling my thumbs waiting to open. I haven't fallen off the path of getting up early every day. I'm still waking up at like, and going to bed at a reasonable hour. But I wake up now and it's like, okay, what do I have to do? I did it all. The final piece of exciting news, I got back my first episode of Pawn Man from my Patreon editor, and holy shit, does it look good. It looks so much better than the editing I can do. Like and subscribe for more. Hit that notification button so you know when I post new videos. Be sure to follow me on social media at Evan Kale and at Pawn Man. Anything you guys want to order, just DM me on Instagram or at Pawn Man. And finally, you guys, go ahead to my Patreon. I need all the help I can get. I have so many great supporters from Patreon. You guys have been so helpful. I want to continue making Pawn Man the best product it can be, and in order to do that, I just need more money. It's a money game. So anything you guys can give me helps. If you guys like Pawn Man, even if you're giving me as little as $1 a month, you get to see Pawn Man early. Everybody who is my Patreon supporter, they've already seen the newest episode of Pawn Man from the editor, and there's a good chance you guys won't see it for several weeks. There's a Linktree link in the video description. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll see you guys back here next week for a new episode of Pawn Man. Later, guys.